As a beginner at chess, almost all of us have been so curious about the shortest game of chess. So let's get started with the ideas of fool's mate. In case white starts with f3, black may reply with e5, and after g4 sort of blunder, queen h4, check and mate. Well friends, this particular checkmate doesn't really happen in international chess, but the ideas of weaknesses along the fool's mate diagonal are going to be very fundamental in various mainstream openings. Now let's have a look at the most enjoyed shortest game by the beginners, the scholar's mate. White may start with e4, black may reply with symmetrical e5, white may develop his bishop on c4, black may go with copy, bishop c5, and there comes queen h5 double attack on the hanging pawn on e5 and on f7, the most important square in the opening phase of the game. Actually, it's a bad move as it's not that good to bring our queen out early in the game unnecessarily, as opponent's minor pieces will keep on targeting our queen. But in case black makes any careless move like knight f6, there we go, checkmate on just fourth move with queen takes f7. Now we'll see one of the opening traps in which the weaknesses along the fool's mate diagonal are highlighted. White plays e4, black may start with e5. After knight f3, we know black would simply play knight c6, the best development to support pawn on e5, but many times beginners they play f6. White start with initiatives knight into e5, white is a pawn up, and after pawn into knight, white continues with queen h5 check. Now here in case of g6, again white could play queen into e5, double attack on the rook on h8 and on the king. But most of the times kids they may play king e7 and after queen takes e5, king f7, and white comes up with one more opening initiatives development with check. Now there is possibility of d5, but let's see king g6. So you can go for the closest check. And now the decoying of the king against our bishop. So there we go, discovered check with d4. And after this check, black has got only one best choice, g5. We can notice that the g5 pawn is defended twice by the queen and the king. So white can come up with a deeply thought idea of h4. In case black just defends with bishop e7, white will finish in style with a double check. We can notice that there is a double check by rook. At the same time, the pawn on g5 is giving normal check. And this is going to force black to play king g7 because we cannot block two checks. At the same time, we cannot capture two pieces for giving checks. And there we follow up with the scholar's mate idea, queen f7, check and mate. Let's go to the another variation. After bishop c4 check, there can be d5 played. So white may take bishop into pawn, and after king g6, we can notice the bishop on c8 is defending against queen f5 check. So now we have to find out another way to force this king against our bishop. White can play h4. The idea is h5 check, and in case of h6, white will not play h5, but he can go for remove the guard, bishop into b7. In case of capture, it's check and mate with queen f5. In case of bishop d6, white may continue with queen a5, and in case knight a6 is played, white may continue with bishop into rook. White is already 4 pawns up, and at the same time, you are an exchange up because we got rook for the sacrifice knight on e5.